Hi, I'm Bianca.
And I'm Byron.
So Byron, you wanted to talk about a topic that you find particularly irritating.
Yeah. How do I summarize this? Why do women not get credit for the success if there is a man involved? And I'll give some context on this.
Please.
So the builder came round today, who you had a builder. So we had a builder come round today. Someone who, in fact, you had previously met.
Yes.
By a relative of yours.
Mm-hmm.
He came round today to give us some quote for some little bits and pieces that we wanted to get done for the house. And he says to me, he goes, "Oh, so," his comment was, "Oh, so you're the brains behind," or something to that effect.
You're the man behind all of this.
You're the man behind all of this. That was the term. And I'm like, he's just barely had a conversation with me. He doesn't know anything about me, what I do, how I do it, or anything. So I'm like, so I said to him, no, Bianca's the decision maker, and she's the boss. She brings in the money. I just put things together. He's like, oh, yeah, no, she's a lovely lady, yeah. I met her before, yeah. I'm like, and I always like to, especially with builders and stuff, I know sometimes it's a man thing or whatever to deal with, some people might say or whatever, right? But on occasion, there's going to be always an occasion when Bianca's going to be dealing with them or I'll be dealing with them. So I always like to empower you to say, oh, even if you was just a housewife, stayed at home, didn't do anything, and just did the cooking and cleaning, whatever, I'm still gonna say, because I just don't understand it. Why do women not get that credit? That, you know what? This is a partnership. This is a two-way thing. I'm bringing to the table equally, if not more. Why did he assume that? He didn't even know me. I was in my tracksuit and my t-shirt. He had no basis for his conclusion, other than the fact that I called him and I said, I've been given your contact details from my wife, and I understand that you do some building works. I would like X, Y, and Z done. When can you come? That was it. So that's my brand.
Yeah, it's good.
My question is, and the question is to the wider audience, why do women not get that credit?
I wonder if that's in general, if that happens for everyone.
It happens to me all the time.
No, it happens to you all the time. And actually, it happens to you all the time, even when they don't know who I am, right?
Yeah.
Or don't know anything about me. They just make an assumption.
Yeah.
So when they do know, whatever about me, do they still make that assumption? They still do, don't they?
I still secretly think your friends or
even my friend, I'm
people
sure.
still think that, or think that
I'm just playing about.
You're playing about. You're not really, you're not crushing it.
It's okay.
I secretly think that.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't mind. I can't even be bothered about it, to be honest. But I don't know what it is, and it's sad because I
think sometimes, with your friendship circle, sorry to cut you, it's more about some people don't understand.
Well, I do. Yeah.
They don't understand it, so they can't understand how one can be paid to train or speak, and what level of income that can achieve. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll have to ask them. We'll sit them down one day.
No, but no one's going to admit it, are they? They might have to see this video.
They know if I'll ask my friends.
But your friends. So are you talking about your male friends here? Are you talking about your female friends and male friends for both of us?
If I didn't understand something, I'm like, so.
No. I'm saying, do you feel that it's your male friends that think that, or your male and female friends? Yeah. Do you think it's my female friends that think? Do you think it's across the sexes?
Yeah, across the sexes. I don't think it's a male or female thing in that respect. Yeah.
So I don't know what it is, and it's irritating because the feminist in me just wants everyone to know that women can achieve great things. They are achieving great things. They do earn great money and all that stuff. But yeah, people always defer to the man.
Yeah.
I wonder what happens in lesbian relationships. Do people what do they think happens there? They just defer to
you're gonna call your husband, and she's like, this is my partner. It's weird.
I don't know, and it irritates me so often that happens. And it is usually builders, to be frank, who are just like, all right, tradesmen, not builders, tradesmen. Like, even when the last refurb that we did, and the kitchen man, I booked him, I dealt with him, I heard the calls with him, and he was like, do you want to go and ask your husband? I was like, are you kidding me?
Liberty?
I'm paying you. And what I asked my husband for? Just do as I asked. But it just happens all the time.
Yeah.
And even like, we've got friends like Kylie, for example. She said she dealt with the builders the whole time.
Yeah.
And they were like, can you go? Do you want to go check with your partner?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, partner.
Yeah.
But I don't know why that is. Is it because it's unusual? It's not historically or traditionally the case that women contribute financially.
I bet that.
And are decision makers.
I bet that if maybe they're doing it based on experience.
Okay.
So maybe 95% of the time they're dealing with the man.
Okay.
And the man
That's
makes
fair.
a decision.
Okay, that's true.
Maybe I'm trying to like find a whole.
Or personal experience. Maybe they
gap.
they provide all the money and their wife is at home in tradesman type scenarios.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I can't speak for them because I don't know what they experience. But maybe that's what it is. Maybe they live in or they work in an environment where the men make decisions
And the money.
Yeah. And the wife or partner is at home.
Yeah.
Looking after the kids or
Yeah.
whatever. So maybe that's the reason.
So how then, Byron? Obviously, this not being particularly fair, just to use you as the judgment for all mankind here, or male kind. But how do we stop men feeling like, other than correcting them as you did so beautifully? Although I did say to you, you shouldn't say it like that. You should just feel like we both contribute to discussion. But it is. I know you find it funny when you do it.
Funny,
yeah, I know.
I don't even have a job.
I know you love telling people that. I don't know why
said,
you do that.
realise she does. I'm the one who's the help. They're like, oh, okay.
But I think you do that just to cause additional confusion.
Yeah, because sometimes I'm what? What do you mean? Like, you know, and especially if they try and dismiss, like, they always
dismiss me.
Like, they always just not act like you're there. But this happens in other scenarios as well. It's like,
but that happens in business scenarios. It's not just a tradesman thing.
Yeah.
People often default to you, like I'm not standing there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the question was, how do we stop men feeling like that? What do we need to do? Is it an education piece? Is it? And I know that all the women like are probably going to be like, no, it isn't, Bianca, in the comments. Is it our job as women to re-educate men and prove to them that we are, bosses and that we are making money and that we are, decision makers? Or is it down to men to educate men? Or is it just continue with life, don't care about it, do your thing, whatever they decide is whatever they decide? Or is there anything we could do to change their mindset?
I think this is a question for the people.
Yeah, okay, good answer.
Yeah, this is a slippery slope.
Well, we already know you're, what's the word for this? When you advocate for women, you're a feminist, basically, essentially.
Is that what I am?
Yeah. Cool. Because a feminist is just someone who advocates that women should be respected and have a degree. I feel like I should need to get a definition now. It's just a bit awkward.
Quickly.
Okay.
But whilst you're doing that,
yeah,
I would just like to say, I like to be the stay-at-home guy. I mean, listen, if you can make enough money, yeah. Let me rephrase that. Yeah. When you make enough to give me my allowance.
The problem is not that, right? The problem is the size of the allowance that you would want.
Yeah,
it's not anything to do with how much I make. It's about how much allowance you would want.
It's 5 figures monthly.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, a feminist is just a person who supports feminism. That is really unhelpful.
Yeah, thanks.
Hold on. No. We're moving. Okay, it's achieve equal political, economical, cultural, personal, and social rights for women.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a feminist.
Cool. Anyway, go on. Sorry, you're talking about your allowance.
5 figures, I think you should do it. I really thought about this.
I know.
Anyway, we'll talk about that another day.
Yeah, thanks.
But 5 figures a month, I think, covers me. And listen, I'll be on demand. If you don't even understand the level that I'll take things.
5 it.
Jesus.
Not be funny, but
I'll have a chef. I'll have a chef.
I could do all the cooking.
Yeah, I'll have a chef.
We have a cleaner.
I'll have a cleaner.
So what are you doing?
Logistics.
Logistics, mate. But I do that now. I don't get paid any extra in our relationship for that.
But listen, that's not the point.
Okay, so I should renegotiate.
It's about how I want to live my life.
Yeah, so maybe I should renegotiate based on how I want to live my life right now.
That's up to you. But right now, I'm advocating.
Well, I'm advocating that I'm not going to pay you to do the things I'm already doing logistically. Doesn't make any sense. You need to have some value add here. I mean, but why have you changed this into a thing about you?
I just, yeah.
Saw an opportunity.
I'm
Fair
an opportunist,
No, I respect that in you.
So anyway, let us know what you guys think about this, in the comments below. Why are men like this? And I don't think it's from a woman. I don't even hear it from women. So it's always the men, tradesmen especially. But even when we're out in a business environment sometimes. But then if we flip that on its head, sometimes when we are out commercially, people will speak to you because of
they know who I am, or maybe I'm speaking or whatever.
You're the chosen one.
Yeah.
And they will just ignore me.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've had to adjust and adapt to and understand how the people are. They'll walk up to you, oh, hi Bianca.
And you're standing right there.
But that happens to you.
But it happens to me. But I think
yours one is interesting, and then they're like, oh, I want to book you to speak at my event, and you're like, yeah, he deals with my bookings. They're like, oh, hi.
Like they didn't see you standing there, like it was a surprise.
Your fee just went up.
Oh, so annoying. Sometimes I just default to you just because it's funny at that point.
Oh, dude, the awkwardness of it.
But see, the reality is that I feel a lot of the time people speak to you like I'm not standing there, right?
Yeah,
and then so the times when it happens to you, like Corey in our office always says, you don't see it happen when it happens to Byron. I've seen it sometimes happen to you. But can you imagine if I didn't have, if I wasn't someone that was known, right? If I didn't go to events sometimes people recognize me or whatever.
Yeah.
Imagine it would never happen to you.
Yeah.
Because I think in the most part, in most relationships, the woman probably always gets ignored. There isn't a time, unless she is significant or is at, somewhere in her niche, in her industry or something, when she gets spoken to first. I bet it happens a lot that men just don't really notice it.
But then I feel that we both deal with it in a very, we both have presence.
Yeah.
And I think that's why sometimes, and we have no problem interjecting hi.
Yeah.
And looking at you do you not see me here? So.
But sometimes people say hello to both of us and they still talk to you the whole rest of the time.
That is true. Maybe they're intimidated by you.
Oh, is that the excuse?
I remember you. I know you're referring to it. Actually. Yeah.
Both of us were in the meeting. Both of us had the conversation, and they were just talking to you the whole time, looking at you. I didn't get any eye contact after that point.
Yeah, that does happen a lot.
Anyway,
yeah.
What do we need to do to improve?
Yeah, to change the world.
To change the world.
How do we change the world, people?
Let us know.
Comments below, comment, subscribe, share. Most importantly, thank you for joining us on this wonderful afternoon. I'm
Bianca.
And we're self-made.
And it is success. Bye.